Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash. Double honor to all the elders and apostles of GMS that taught me the truth. Peace and shalom to my fellow Akim that are pushing this truth with the honesty and sincerity. Shalom. It's the brother Shaul coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, that is edifying, man. All right, this is our article dated August 30, yesterday. 2021, the year of the Haitian and the coming of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, man. It says, thanks to U.S. abandoning weapons in Afghanistan, Taliban fighters now better armed than the Ukrainian army, Russia's defense minister has quoted this. And this is what's happening, man. Okay. The Taliban is armed. The brother Kadar was actually talking about that last week at Friday Day Camp. And the other nations are just saying that they are strong right now, man. And that just goes right into biblical prophecy. So we're just going to get a few scriptures, maybe a video, but definitely we're going to get into this article. It says Russia. Actually, let me start with this Proverbs first. Let's get off into the scripture. This is Proverbs 26:27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. And in Esau, Edom, or Babylon the Great, if you will, has dug a hole for themselves, man. Okay, has dug a pit, and the dirt or the wheel, if you will, is falling upon them, man. All right, they're burying themselves, man. Okay, with their philosophies are returning on their own head. Their monetary systems are returning on their own head. The rape, robbing, and pillaging of things are returning on their own head. Like the scripture said, the Lord, like the scripture say in Malachi, I shall build, but I shall throw down. Roughly paraphrasing, man. And the Lord is throwing down Esau's kingdom. Okay, not just here in America, chiefly in America, but his global hegemony all over the world, man. All right. It says Russia's defense minister has claimed that the U.S. has left behind more than 100 Javelin portable anti-tank missile systems in Afghanistan. Sergov Shogiv, and I'm butchering his names, but it's all good, now believes that the militant group is better equipped than the Ukrainian army. He told the YouTube channel Slowlo V Live that the terrorists' considerable cache of weapons and vehicles is a massive risk for Afghanistan. Javelins are supplied to Ukraine from the United States, Shorgov said. I don't remember how many, a few dozen or so. This means that the Taliban has now more of them than the Ukrainian army. The Javelin is a portable fire and forget anti-tank missile that uses automatic infrared guidance. It has been used extensively in the Afghanistan war, as well as in Iran, Syria, and Libya. And a Javelin is a badass, man. I know I've actually looked it up some years ago on how it works, and it's a radar lock system, man, and it shoots up and it comes down on top of its target, man, and it rarely ever misses, man. Okay, it's used to come down on top of tanks as well, man. All right. It says, according to Shogov, the large number of weapons now in the possession of the Taliban is a huge threat. As well as javelins, the militant group now has access to Black Hawk helicopters, Hercules planes, and thousands of Humvees, amongst other vehicles. They also have thousands of guns and a whole host of firearms. Man, look, these people are ready, man. They're ready. They're ready to take over. And again, with the backing of China and Russia, everyone knows this, man. Everyone knows these things. Okay, let me see here. And the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai is just gearing up and getting ready for war. This is Joel. I'll start at the top. For behold, in these days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yehoshaphat, man. Okay. And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parts of my land. And the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to get his land back, man. All right. And set up the kingdom of heaven there, man. Okay. Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people, and I've given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. And this is going into the slave trade, man, which these other nations did do. All right. Let me see. And verse 4, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Okay, which are these Hamitic nations, Hamitic countries, which did sell us. All right, the narrative was that Africans were selling Africans, but no, Africans were selling Israelites. So the Lord is asking you, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine, you Arabs, man. Okay, y'all going to get this work too as well. Okay, will you render me a recompense? If ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? And that's what's going to end up happening, man. Judgment coming to these other nations, man. Okay. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my godly or goodly pleasant things. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, okay, to the Edomites, all right, to the Idumeans, okay, that ye may also remove them far from their borders. And we are removed far from their borders, okay? Behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. And that's getting ready to happen, man. All right, via the chariots, via World War III, man. Okay. Let me see. Verse 8, and I will send your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabines, to a people far off, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken. And that's what's going to happen in the kingdom, man. All right, we're going to be selling Esau, Edom's sons and daughters to these other nations, as well as they done to ours. All right, here's the part right here, man. Verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And these other nations are strong, especially Afghanistan now, man. All right. Through American backing of javelins and Blackhawks and Humvees, man. Not only that, but these other smaller nations that would not dare come up against America are have nuclear capabilities now, man. And they're training, and they have their chest poked out. All right, and they're forming alliances and different treaties amongst each other, different deals amongst each other to bring down this whore, man. Okay, which is America. Okay, Babylon. Okay, verse 11: assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. And all right, and the Lord Yahweh is going to bring down these mighty nations, man. Okay, it's going to bring down these mighty nations. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And these nations are going to be judged through World War III, man. All right, and that's in Revelations as well. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, and the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. And that's the sacrifice. Okay, the sacrifice is getting ready to be made, man. All right, now again, that's going to be the Lord's ultimate judgment, man. And so we're going to see if we have any more on that article. Salakia. See what else they have here. All right. Moving on. It says, last week, Pentagon spokesman John Kirby admitted that the U.S. administration had no idea the inventory taken by the Taliban. Obviously, we don't want to see any weapons or systems fall into the hands of people that would use them in such a way to harm our interests or those of our partners and allies, he said. The U.S. has provided at least $1.5 billion in military aid to Ukraine since 2014, providing weapons, vehicles, and other technological support. Earlier this year, President Joe Biden announced an extra boost worth $125 million, including 2 patrol boats. Man, look, we're gonna go down and read some of the comments, and it's ridiculous, man. All right, this Esau Edom is a man of war. His blessing is the sword. Now they'll fund all these different military industrial complexes, but you won't take care of the citizens of America that's keeping your country afloat, and it's all good. Let me see. The U.S. government doesn't care, since the military industrial complex already got paid for the equipment. They can keep making more using taxpayer money. That's true, man. All right. More than 20 years ago, the U.S. armed the Mahajin with U.S. anti-heli rocket, and when Soviet left, the Taliban took over with some U.S. weapons. 29 years later, the U.S. left behind even a larger cache of arms for the Taliban. Do you think the U.S. really cares as long as those weapons have been paid for, enriching military contractors? Man, look, see, the people understand and know. None of this will matter when Jesus or Yahushua comes back. And that's facts, man. That's facts. How many more trillions will we need to spend to bomb all this equipment? I think the administrator is trying to shame American patriots with this shit show. Folks can't even be proud to be an American anymore since he's been in office. And that whole American proud spirit is down the drain, man. Okay? It's down the drain. Let me see here. The Taliban should pass some of these weapons to Russia and China for research purposes. Why not? Interesting to see how if the pilots of the helicopters and planes are the Americans in Taliban uniforms. But even more interesting to know that Shoigov's new strategy is able to defend Russia under attack from two directions, Afghanistan and Ukraine. I still haven't heard a Russian-Chinese military alliance. Is Russia, but that's true. That's not true, because they are doing joint practices. So that's true. But hey, man, what it is just judgment is getting ready to come to this place, man. All right, let me see. Judgment is getting ready to come to this place. I'll bring up the full chapter. This is Jeremiah 50 and 24. Actually, I'll start at 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh. And you've striven by the rape, robbery, murder, okay, wickedness and treachery that you've done to these other countries, and chiefly the Lord's chosen people, man. Verse 25, the Lord Yahweh have opened up his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. Okay, not just the helis, the Humvees, the javelins, okay, thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of power, of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans, in the land of these rich elite, man, the people who really control America and Israel from behind, man, from afar. Verse 26, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing be left of her. And again, this is not in ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon is still there, modern Iraq. Okay. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, and destruction unto them. For their day is come, the time of their visitation. The Lord is visiting these other nations and Babylon through war, man. All right, that is the judgment, okay? That is the judgment. Moving down to 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to the work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. And America is proud against the Lord Yahweh. You've changed the image, okay? You changed the image of the Lord. You changed the word of the Lord. All right, you came and brought yourself forth as a Christian nation, but you are in adverse against everything that the scriptures go against, man. Homosexuality, pedophilia, all right, adultery, whoredom, rape, robbery, murder, usury. You've done everything that the scriptures say not to do, man. That's how we know you are the wicked of the Bible, man. All right. Verse 30, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in the day, saith the Lord Yahweh. You niggas are going to get blown to smithereens, man. All right. You niggas are going to be put to death out there in these streets, man. And there was a quick video on YouTube. Well, not quick, but it's 7 minutes. We're not going to watch all of it. Of Babylon, not Babylon, Salakia, Afghanistan or Taliban celebrating in the streets, man. Celebrating in the streets. Salakia for the commercial, man. Y'all know how it goes.
Here, if you want to learn how to make $1,000 a day online.
As the final evacuation flight departed from the Kabul airport, the Taliban fired their guns in the air, celebrating victory after a 20-year-long war. The departure of the U.S. cargo planes marked the end of a massive airlift operation. The hasty and humiliating exit of Washington and its NATO allies took place over a period of 2 weeks. The Western forces evacuated tens of thousands of Afghans. However, hundreds are still left behind in the new Afghanistan, ruled and controlled by the Taliban. The sound of celebratory gunfire was heard across Kabul. This after the Pentagon and Taliban separately confirmed that the final U.S. soldier had left Afghanistan. The Pentagon confirmed that all U.S. military personnel were out of the country now. People heard celebratory gunfire from several Taliban checkpoints. Fighters were cheering while manning security posts in the green zone. Meanwhile, Taliban leader Anas Haqqani took to Twitter and said, "We made history again." The 20-year-long occupation of Afghanistan by the United States and NATO has ended. I am very happy, I'm quoting here actually, I'm very happy that after 20 years of sacrifices and hardships, I have this pride to see this historic moment. Haqqani also urged fighters to avoid celebratory gunfire so as to make sure that no innocent
And you can see he said America, we'll go back.
Bystanders were hurt.
Let me see. Where he said America, the United States, and NATO, the beast and the whore. Revelations, the 17th chapter, man. All right. We can't make this up, man. This is Isaiah. We'll start at 33 and 1. Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they deal not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, thou shalt deal treacherously with thee. Which basically means what comes around goes around, man. And when you seek to stop being a wicked ass demonic demon, that's when they're gonna have their foot on the back of your neck, man. All right. It's just man, and it's beautiful to see how the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai has set this place up, man. Have laid a snare and a trap for Babylon, man. Okay. And these other nations have drunken the wine. They're mad. They tasted the wine and they spewed it out, man. Okay. So this just was a quick lesson, man, going into, the other nations are gearing up and they have their chest out, man. And they're not worried about America, man. All right. So I hope this lesson was edified, man. Shalom.